Ooh, don't be jumping around me, little fucking roaches. I don't like that. Sound. Oh. What is that? What is happening? Oh my god. Where am I going? Oh. Oh. What? How dare you touch me? What was I supposed to fucking do? Bitch, you better write another fucking novel right now. You better write another novel right now. Run! Oh my god, run. What is touching me? Don't nothing touch me. Just get to the lighthouse. Just let me run. Oh my god. Run. What are you doing? Run! Ready? Oh shit! Ah! No, I'm stuck in a corner. No, get me out of this. Let's not do that again. Damn it! Get him! Get him! Oh! Ow! Yeah, get that bitch. Get that bitch. Cover me! Listen. Wait, was that somebody? No. There's way too much like fucking plant dust. Plant cum, as some people like to call it. In this game. Because I just be thinking everything over here is a fucking person. That gun. Where did we get that gun? Oh my fucking god. I hate you so much right now. Oh. That was fun. Oh yeah, come on. Are we doing? Oh no, is my person about to die? Oh. Don't even know what to do now. Oh my god.
Tonight's beverage will be all.
Oh my god, you know what I just realized? I don't have any sounds for when I actually win something.
It's an honor.
Is that me? Oh my god! I got MVP! Oh my god, my social media is blowing up. Fuck you, TikTok. Oh my god. That was cute. That was cute. Did a titty fall out today on stream? No? I need to know. I need to know how it was. Oh my god. Oh my god. I am fucking hyped right now. It's ready up. You saw all that XP I got? That was killing them bitches. Look at that. Look at that. That was a good player too. Look at all those fucking medallions that bitch had. That means that they went through and they was killing all of the bosses all around the map. And I was like, no, because you didn't beat the big boss. You didn't beat the baddest boss, bitch. You did not do that shit. I did that shit. Okay? I literally said...
If I want some bullshit, I'll drive to your motherfucking window, queen. So don't come up here and place your order with me.
Okay? Oh. That makes... Oh! No. Nope. Ooh. Not the fucking birds. Of course, birds would attack me once you got in here. Hello, 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 hello. Hi there. Hello. Hi. I'm here. Hope everybody's doing well. You know, I like to come here on Hump Day and Hump Twitch. Yeah, we're gonna do some more demos because I don't think I'm gonna stream tomorrow, and I needed to get a stream in today. And there's some games that I just want to get in because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stream this weekend and get in any of those other games. So, who is this? Hi, Michael. How are you? How was your day? Yeah, so we're gonna try to get in some more demos. Hope everybody's doing well. I had a pretty good day today. I'm realizing that something in my body is changing from not having the constant energy drinks and coffee. I haven't had them in a month, so I feel like my energy levels are normalizing to the point where I don't have to take like 3 naps a day, where I can actually do my training. So I've been trying to learn. I'm gonna try. I keep saying that I'm gonna do this, and then I just like fall flat and I stop doing it. But I'm just trying to do it for one day. I'm trying to get some ServiceNow system admin certification. So that's what I'm doing. I'm at least making myself train for an hour. Good. I'm just ready for the weekend. Ooh, that's good. Recalibrate it. Exactly. I've been so bad. Like it was getting to the point where I can drink like 2 to 3 a day and I could still take 2 to 3 naps a day. I was getting like absolutely no energy from it. And so then I had like this like health issue like a month ago, and I was like, I think that these energy drinks are causing it. So it's just time to cut it out. Like there's nothing really good that I'm getting from this. I'm not getting the energy that I'm looking for from it anyway. So yeah. So we're going to do some demos. I'm also ready for the weekend because I already know I shouldn't even be streaming right now. I have to be up at 7:15, which is in like 7 hours. And I know that tomorrow is going to kick my ass and push me to my limit. Because my company is deploying a new software tomorrow, a new platform that we have to work on, and so which is ServiceNow. And I'm hoping that there's no big issues with it because the 2 people that worked on it the most, one of them is out, one of them quit last week. Quit last week. So there's a lot of drama going on. So, yes, I'm ready for the weekend. I just want to get through tomorrow. I want to get to my chiropractor's appointment tomorrow so I can get my little massage, get my little acupuncture, get all of this adjusted. Oh yeah, do a quickie stream. Sounds serious for tomorrow. I might do like an hour. I might try to get 2 demos done. The first demo that we're doing that I have the title in says, well, not says, but it looked like it was like 25 minutes to 30 minutes. Knowing me, it's probably going to take all of 2 hours. So, and also like, I know that even if I try to do a 30-minute stream, I'm going to stay up to like 2 in the morning, just being on TikTok like a dumbass. So I might as well get content out of it and just play games. So the first game we're playing, is The Devil in the Details. I heard some good things about it. I also have like a lot of horror demos in there, and so I was like, I need to get at least one of them done. I'm going to get scared shitless right now. And the synopsis for this game is: you're trapped in hell, and the only way out is to beat the devil at its own game. With the help of a mysterious entity known as the Arbiter, navigate through ominous surroundings and place talismans on cursed objects while trying to survive the many traps and foes lurking in the shadows. This is a first player horror game. And I'm scared, but we're going to play it right now. Let me actually go into this. And let's start it. Hopefully it goes on the right screen. Oh, it's going on the right screen. We're already starting off to a good start. You have any plans for the weekend, Michael? Hidework Games. Okay, we're choosing English. Ooh, okay, this first, I'm gonna accept this. Look at this. That's already creepy as fuck. Oh my god, I am in trouble. That's really cool. I've been seeing a lot of games having this option to like wish list it on Steam from the game. Very smart. I don't remember if they did that last year. I remembered like very, very slightly doing the Steam Fest last year, but I failed at it. And I'm trying not to fail at it this year. I'm trying to grow, which means I'm gonna actually do the demos and I'm gonna actually stream. Oh, I'm lagging. Hold on. See if that helps any bit. Oh, let's go to the settings and lower everything. Let's see. Okay, I'm moving a little better. We're getting there. We're getting there. Let's try to lower this some more. Okay. I think we're at a good place now. Should I lower this? I'm not going to touch that. Screen settings. That's fine. Okay, I think the lag is gone. Taking my dog to the barber. Oh my god, I need to do that too. I need to actually call them. It's coming back. Hold on. Hi, Ivy. How are you? How are you still up? I thought you don't do late nights. What can I close? Let's do this. Maybe that will help. How are you doing, Ivy? How was the rest of your day after stream? So yeah, I need to do the barber for my dog. Then maybe might go look for DVDs at thrift shops. We found an old CRTV at the curb, with the built-in DVD player, and it works good. Very nice. I wish I had space to like put DVDs because I literally have a duffel bag full of CDs, and that already takes up too much space. Like if I actually wanted to display them. I'd be up, just not around on Switch as often. Okay. I also just replaced my power supply, so I feel accomplished. Oh, very nice. I didn't know you actually like already had one, but I'm glad you took care of that like super fast because I think like me and you are kind of on the same boat where okay, bot, calm down. Because I feel like I saw you talk about this too. I don't have anything on my computer backed up. And so, like, the idea of something failing on my computer is absolutely terrifying because then I would lose possibly all of my assets. So yeah, let's see. Is this on? Okay, maybe that will help. Is that messing me up more? So we have an emergency Best Buy card in case any of the appliances and stuff break down. Nice. Let me turn this back off because that's not helping. Let me lower this resolution. What is the lowest I can put this on? This might make my thing crazy. Hold on. Let's go to my other scene. Yeah, I want to get like a I want to get like a really big one that's like let's put this back up. That was messed up. Like a 14, 20 terabyte one and just like have it forever. Because this is my job, I can't afford to have this crap go out. Exactly. So I decided to give in and and I've had this problem for like a year now. Yeah, I'm already like, I've only had this computer for a year and I think it's fine for the most part. But I definitely noticed when Marvel Rivals, when that alpha test came out, that because my computer, like when I streamed that, I did not know how laggy I was till the end of the stream because there wasn't really anybody in here to tell me, and I wasn't like being narcissistic at that moment and looking at myself over on the OBS. But my thing was lagging so bad, my computer was really hot. And I asked a friend about it. And I know this is a thing, but I'm like, it's not something that I want to invest in right now. But people that have two PC setups so that they have stuff for just streaming on one PC and then their gameplay on one thing, because this is definitely causing stress on my computer. So yeah. What is the lowest this can go? I think this might be the lowest. Okay. Right now I'm still lagging. Just look at this. Let me try to open this up. Let me see if there's anything else I can close. I might be able to close this. Okay. Yeah, this game is... Ooh. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. See? My game went off because I did that. Oh no, it didn't. You can stay closed. Okay. I feel like I have a slight lag, but I think it's okay. That's why I stayed a console player for so long. It's too intricate. I just got into PC gaming, but mainly find myself on my Steam Deck. But I'm still a console boy at heart. Yeah, I just think like I made my PC and then like a lot of newer stuff came out. Like newer graphics cards and stuff like that. Except for Dead for Island 2. I was all over that on my PC. Yeah, I just never realized how much of a strain playing the game is. And this thing keeps like going up like something else is like working right now. But I don't know what it is. Like, okay, you can turn off because I'm not using Spotify. Discord can go. Xbox gaming service, this can end. Watch me click something that's gonna knock out what I'm doing right now. My mail can end. I'm not using mail. Longitude updater, you can go. Every little bit can go. Yeah, see, OBS is also supposed to be oh, you're stoned. Oh, at least somebody's stoned. Um See, OBS is supposedly supposed to be less intensive on your computer compared to Streamlabs, but right now she acting crazy. She acting a fool. Okay, we're gonna try to play the game. Tell me if it lags like super crazy. Like right now there's like a very slight lag and I'm okay with that. I've been taking a tea break. for sessions in about 5 days. It's hitting good. First session, nice. I have never, contrary to what this looks like, what comes out of my mouth, I have not done any sort of drug. This is just, I was just born with this stupidity. So yeah. Okay, let's start the game because each trial has a different adventure and mansions will vary. Ooh. Let's do the regular one. I'm scared. Yeah, I haven't smoked. I smoked weed once, but I'm just afraid of not having any control over myself. Oh, let me. Oh no. Wait.
You might be wondering where you are. So, this is a place where humans like you come and go from time to
Exactly. I'm doing a horror game.
limbo, purgatory, the abyss. Most who come here never escape. But those who do, they listen to me. I am the Arbiter, guardian of the threshold, and judge of the damned, whose verdicts weave fate and fear alike. Remember this, human. I am your only
Silly, you're not missing much on the other stuff. Too much fentanyl to really go into it.
ally.
Wrong area we are in the party. Exact. The fentanyl thing, not cute.
For I am your beacon out of this inferno. To escape, you must win the devil's game.
Also, I don't like all these roaches on the floor like this.
Open my gate. There must be a switch somewhere you can use.
Okay. So first this is like me doing my first horror game first person on PC. So she's gonna be a mess, but I want to see what can I do anything with this? No, because this is cursed and this is cursed. Okay, let's just find a switch. Let's just listen. I guess this is the arbiter. This was the person on the main screen. Can I open these doors? Consult with, maybe I need to actually come and talk to him first. It says consult with him. No, what is... Okay, so there's no tab button, so I can't do anything. And like I said, going to take me hours just to figure out this demo. Okay, can't do nothing with the doorknobs. It's raining in the game, which is really creepy. Oh, control is the crouch. There we go.
Be careful with those traps. They're nasty, and they will consume your time. Try disabling them before something bad happens.
Oh. How do I disable it? Okay, that was freaking creepy. Here we go. Oh my god. Oh, somebody got banned already. We're only 25 minutes in. Okay, let's go back. Okay, the gate is up. Oh. Laggy lag. It's okay. This character is creepy as fuck. Find and memorize the cursed objects.
Use your highlight ability to find the cursed objects.
Okay, what?
Observe them. Remember what they are.
Okay.
Once you're ready, seek me out, and I shall grant you some talismans.
Okay, give me this talisman. So it was the table, the chair, and the painting. Okay, the music. Creepy.
During the ritual phase, look for cursed objects that have changed and place upon them my talismans. You can see how many you have left by looking at the left bottom corner of the screen.
Oh.
The number of talismans I give you is the same as the number of cursed objects the devil has changed.
Oh no. Did I just mess up?
Consult with me.
I messed up.
I shall give you your judgment.
Okay, so when I don't like that, it says to place it. I'm clicking it and nothing happens. There's no animation to let me know that I actually placed it. And so then I just literally put it on this table multiple times. And then I didn't get to do the chair. So now I just failed. This is giving me Disney Haunted Mansion. There's actually one of the demos is, that means I failed, a haunted house renovator, which is really smart. What is happening? Why are you just staring at me like that? Oh, there's flashing lights. Okay, observation phase 2. Oh, there's more stuff. Find and memorize.
Objects you can interact with. Because who knows, interesting things could happen.
Oh no, not the little jigsaw puzzle.
Not every object you can use will have the red reticle. We want you to learn to be observant.
Oh, there's more stuff. Flashlight. Oops, that's not what I wanted. So these paintings are also... Okay, the 2 paintings, the 2 chairs, and the 2 tables. Okay. This character is so creepy. That sounds cute, like a good idea. Oh, the haunted house renovator, right? It's really smart. Oh, this only has 2 things. See, I don't know what that thing meant. Oh. Oh, wait. Okay. So I can place it. So Shivas and I have 2. Let's see, maybe I'll do good this time. Oh. Control. And this one. Oh, there's one that I did not get it back from. Which one did I not get it back from? Okay. Place. Oh, let's retrieve that. Okay, I think we're done.
You still have talismans.
Oh, so I'm not supposed to do that. Okay. I'm not supposed to retrieve them. Okay, let's just do that, I guess. That's weird. No, not the close-up. It's Jigsaw's daughter. Oh my god. Ah! What the fuck just happened?
Failing means you're back at the beginning of your journey.
Jigsaw Lena.
This will remain true until you reach a checkpoint.
Oh my god. I'm going to fail at this.
To remember your previous loop, the cursed objects are forever changing, ensuring you have to perform new trials with your current surroundings.
Okay. Fuck you. Gosh darn it. This is gonna be intense. Oh, she has my blood all over her face. Or it. I don't know what their gender is. They have their blood all over their face. They have my blood all over their face. Oh my god. Okay, so we're gonna place a talisman there. Oh, that was it. Okay. I only got one talisman. I feel like their eyes got redder. Please don't kill me again. Okay, you're getting to phase 2. I don't know why I failed this phase. What is this stuff? Can I do anything with it? In the relentless march of days and nights within these walls, I've lost count of the times I've wandered through these corridors, only to find myself back at the beginning. Each echo of the chainsaw's roar shreds a piece of my sanity, leaving me trembling in its relentless wake. I penned this note as both a caution and a confession. The mansion ensnares the mind in an inescapable loop of terror. To whoever reads this, may you find an escape that eludes you. Okay, so
The supreme rulers of Earth.
wow, that's a weird voice line to be having. Okay, so it's all the same stuff. So I'm gonna do this chair and this table this time. I don't know. I don't understand what is the difference. Like, I don't know what objects to choose. I don't get enough talisman for all of them. What is this? Let me click this. You've picked up a mini arbiter. They're hiding all throughout the house. Collect all 30 to receive an award. The more loops you advance to, the more mini arbiters will appear. Okay. Can I actually leave this room? I just want to see. No. Okay, let's... Okay, we're gonna place one there. So is this the same thing? Are these together? Okay, let's try that and a painting. Okay. Please don't kill me again. Look at the smile on their face. No. Oh my god. Oh, why didn't they show the animation this time?
Congratulations. You've proven yourself a fool.
Okay, no. You better calm it down with the name calling. Okay. What is that? What is that sound? Was there broken glass there before? Did something get into the house? I'm not even at the scariest part. That's the craziest thing. This is a note. There's several spread out throughout the house. Not all notes will have the red rectangle prompt. Keep your eyes peeled. Okay, hold on. Let me look through this because maybe there's something I'm missing. They said there's a rectangle prompt, which is the red circle. Don't forget to use the damn highlight button to highlight cursed objects. They're the only ones you need to remember. Okay, I've already remembered them though. Okay, I still got 3 minutes. Let's do a little bit more searching around because I'm not sure what's happening right now. I got that note. Is there a note over here? Ooh, there's...
One of them became a famous composer. The other one remained human.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Those heaps of meat
Uh,
are the remains of those who came before you. Don't stare too much. It could upset them.
I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. Oh, another arbiter. Oh, they're like everywhere. Okay, can I use this? Can I open this door? What was that? No, I don't like that. I heard a door open. No. Okay. Okay, again, the table and the painting. Let's start the ritual. That was disgusting, right? Between the roaches and the meat ritual phase. Okay, why isn't this saying part 1? Okay, so it tells me to memorize it, but I can still wait. Let's retrieve it. Maybe we need to start with the painting. I don't know. I don't understand what is happening, what I need to be doing. Girl, I didn't even get to the second part. I already died. Oh, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. What nasty thing is he about to say about me?
I only did that because I care for you.
Girl, bye. Okay. I don't really understand the trial and error of this. Okay. Can I use this door? No. If I die again, I'm gonna be so annoyed. I literally do not understand what I'm supposed to be doing.
You've been losing too many times. Do you need a hand? I've got a spare on my desk. Not that I think it will do you any good.
The violence. The violence. How dare he? I think it's a game that builds upon each phase, like first is cursed objects, then the next phase you put the talisman where you put it, where you found it. Well, this is the first phase. And I keep putting it on different cursed objects, and then I'm immediately dying. I think that's what's happening, but... Okay, so this is the phase. We only have one talisman. We have all these things. I'm going to try putting it on the table. I don't know if the chair and the table are connected. That doesn't sound good. Oh. Wait, maybe we're right. Maybe that was one whole game until I see the actual animation.
You're a disappointment.
How dare you tell me that I'm pride? How dare you, the hate crimes in this game right now? What is happening? Okay. Okay, we're gonna try it the way you said. So I'm gonna first. Okay, so first I'm gonna put it on here. You're gonna finalize, because maybe I'm not dying every single time, even though that chainsaw sound is coming out. See, that sounded different. See, there's a difference in the sounds. Okay, so I put it on the chair and the table last time, so I'm not gonna put it there again. We have all this stuff. We have that. Let's get a talisman. Maybe I need to do it in sections too. Okay, ritual phase. Okay, so now I have 2. So I'm gonna put 1 up here. And 1 here. And then we're gonna finalize. See, that sounded good. That didn't sound like the bad stuff. Oh, we're in phase 3. Okay. Okay. See, now is this different stuff? Oops. Wait, what is happening? Okay. So now I have 3. Did I do that chair? I'll place 1 there. I'll place 1 there. And then we can do 1 of these paintings. Right? Yes. So I don't understand why it's saying for me to memorize it. Because I can still press the space. We can still see it. What is that sound? What is that sound? No. Oh my god, please be good. No, that was the bad sound. Oh my god.
Back for more.
I wonder how many lines they have, because I've already failed like 50 times doing this. Okay, I'm gonna put you on you. Is it the good sound? Nope. That was the bad sound. Oh, there's another arbiter right there. Okay, I love that. Oh, there's another arbiter. Let me go around looking for these things real fast, since I've died so much. And I have tons of them. Okay, although it's driving me nuts, I do feel like this is a cool game. Do I wish I knew what the fuck was happening? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna try the painting, I guess, first. Look at all the blood they have on them. My blood. Okay. Let's do you. Okay. We did good. Maybe that's what it means. We have to, even though they're the same objects, we have to put them in different order. It doesn't um find and memorize the cursed objects. Find cursed objects. How? But how do I know what is the order of them? Like right now, I'm gonna do the 2 chairs and watch me lose. We haven't even gotten to the things chasing us yet. And I fear we're never going to get to that point. This is not what I thought it was. Oh my god, please. Please. I felt like that sounded.
Emotional damage.
Already.
Okay. I can do something with this claw.
You need to be paying attention to.
Oh, okay. Calm down. Find and memorize the cursed objects. These are cursed objects. They're highlighted. Why do I have to memorize them? Because they're still highlighted once I get the talisman. Also, that pillow on the floor is really bothering me. Let me see if I can go out this door, maybe. No. Okay. We'll try the chair. I'm watching you too. Okay. That was bad. I feel like
You didn't even move. Were you paralyzed with fear?
also this voice is really creepy. Okay, I think we're gonna try until I get to the animation again, and then we're gonna move on to another game because I don't know what she's doing right now. She's giving me needs more details. I'm gonna go to the chair again. I wish I had an actual animation for placing it on a chair. Like I should actually drop it. Okay, I think that sounded good. No. Like it needs to actually have an animation to put down the talisman.
I'm getting tired of having my face covered in your blood.
Oh my god, this guy is so rude. Okay. I don't understand what I'm doing. Like, what is... Are we just guessing the whole time what order they can be in? Because I'm like, it needs to give some sort of clue as to what is the next one because guessing from 3 different items, you get a 33% chance. And then it increases. And then it's like you could literally never get past this part. Stop looking at me like that. I don't like it. And I lost again. Okay. And we are done with this for right now. I will lose all my progress after. I don't even know where my last checkpoint was. All I'm doing is dying in the same place. It's a small 2-person. Thank you for playing The Devil is Inside. Is in the Details demo. We are a small 2-person team, so if you enjoyed our game, please make sure to wishlist it on Steam so you can get notified when the game is released. Any feedback on your experience is also much appreciated. Thank you. I feel like I would... Ooh, I did not mean to do that. I would play the game again. I don't know. I need to watch... Maybe I need to watch someone else play because I'm like, maybe I'm really dumb. Maybe I need to watch the... what's it called? Like a walkthrough. Let me change. I'm gonna change the title. Oh, I just got something in my eye. You know what? Actually, I'm going to take a break. And then we will see what the next game is. Hopefully, I will decide it before then. Okay. We will be right back. Oh my god, y'all. That is fucking video game history right there. That is fucking video game history right there. Holy. Oh my god, that was so fucking good. Guys, I got a victory crown. No victory crown. No victory crown. Oh my god. Bam, bitch. Oh my god. Fuck. Oh my god, I need an alcoholic drink after. What am I doing? What am I doing?
Pelican 1 approaching pickup. Pelican 1 landing sequence initial.
Oh!
Watch where you're standing.
Nope.
Bug tunnel breach! Mag's empty.
Oh, get up, get up, get up, get up. Open. Oh. Oh, honey boo boo. Oh. Oh, fucking shit.
Emotional damage.
Damn. Damn. Ah. Bye. Boop. And you literally just every fucking time. Like I just started the game, Evil King. Like, damn. You literally just walked in and was like, bitch, how are you doing today? What did you get into today? Oh my god, I literally can't. I'm already like my oh okay. We are back. I still did not pick a game because I don't want to pick a game that's too long. Let's see what this is.
Are you gonna tell me your name now? Or can I just call you?
This is like very Ratchet and Clank. I don't know how loud that was. It sounded loud as fuck in my ear. But I don't know how that sounded for you. Oh, this is a co-op survival game. I don't want to try that right now. I want to show what this game is, and I'm surprised that they even have this on Steam because it is so sexual. But I'm pretty sure I will get banned on freaking banned on here if I do it. So I'm not gonna do it. Let's see what Lurch is.
In this cursed house I command the shadows. Each whisper and chill is my call, drawing you deeper into despair.
No, this is co-op too. I just don't know how long. Like, I would like to either do this or the altars. I just don't know how long the demo is. As I don't want to be doing this all day.
Are you real? More real than you, I'm afraid. So, where's the captain? I told you, everyone died. Oh, this is insane. What a trip. It's not a trip. It's real.
Do I want to do this?
New reality. Are we brothers or something? We have the same DNA, but we led separate lives. What the hell? Calm down. You're not the original Jan, but that doesn't mean you can't be important.
I don't think I want to do that right now. Let me see what the still seed one looks like. Did we just look at this one? Oh, I'm gonna get my ass whipped on that. My brain is not ready for that right now. Okay, I didn't want to do another horror game. Should I do maybe Farah? Okay, let's do this. Okay. I'm gonna do Farah. See how this goes. Okay, everything is opening on the right screen. I love that. We're probably gonna do like at least 30 minutes of this. Oh, hold on. Can I escape this? Hold on. Hold on. Let me close this. Oops. Let me do this the right way because I realized when I was doing the demos the last time, I did not do them well or do them right. So let's fix this. Welcome to the alpha demo of Farah. Get a first glimpse into the world of Farah and its gameplay elements. Here's what to expect. Explore a slice of Farah. This demo features a small part of one biome. Red force fields block other areas, offering a sneak peek into the full game's vast lands. Experience a few quest, beast, equipment, and buildings. This demo is a single player. Multiplayer for up to 4 players is in development and working. We're optimizing it for even more players in the future. Note the alpha demo ends at the end of day 3 and you cannot save your progress. The demo will restart from the beginning every time you play. Keep that in mind. Many systems and mechanics are still under development, and we're committed to refining these elements to enhance your experience. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Oh, I'm like lagging like crazy. Hold on. Let me fix this first. Let's go to lowest settings. Quality. Oh. Oops, no. Super resolution off. What is this? Okay, I don't know which one to choose. Okay. Out of that. Textures. Oh, this is what's going on. I'm gonna turn everything low because my thing is lagging like crazy. Oops. Low. Okay, where's my thing? Oops. Ooh, that scared the shit out of me. Am I still lagging like crazy? Yes. What else can I do? Upscale.